Hello, everybody. We are back with a LineStar MLB DFS slate breakdown for Tuesday, April 25th. Now, before we get in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to all our videos. It helps us a ton, allows us to give us all the free content. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to LineStar. It is only $29.99 per month. By far the best in the industry. Gets you all the DFS, all the props, all the good stuff, so you can use all the tools just like I am here. So now we will get into the fun. So as always, we will start with the pitching. 9-game slate starting 4:07 Pacific time. And we are going to get into it here. All right. So the highest owned pitcher is Joe Ryan. He has been absolutely fantastic to start the season. I think he probably has the highest ceiling. His projection is right around Cortez's, which are the two highest definitely on this slate. So with Cortez being there, being a lower owned, he's probably a slightly better play based on the LineStar projections than Joe Ryan. But I do really like Joe Ryan today. It is a little bit of a tough matchup versus the Yankees, though. However, he absolutely crushed them earlier this season. 7 innings, 10 Ks, only 1 earned run. If we can get that again, he's going to have to be a must own. But who knows if we do. Ryan, to start this year, has just been great. Over his last 5 starts, a FIP of 3, a K rate of 31%. His K rate with these new pitches has just skyrocketed. And that's really why his price tag has also skyrocketed. Now, I like Ryan. I think him and Cortez, you probably have to pay up for today. As the kind of lower tier pitchers aren't very good today, or there's just a lot of holes. Like Blake Snell. Blake Snell, hit or miss, huge strikeout upside when he is on, but when he is off, you get these kind of outings. 3.2 innings, 4 earned runs given up, 5 innings, 3 earned runs given up, 5 Ks. He just hasn't had his best stuff yet. Could that come in this start? Yeah, it is pitcher-friendly weather in Wrigley Field. 40 degrees, wind blowing in. So all of that should help Snell kind of stay in this game and pitch well. He also hasn't faced the Cubs for a while, so we don't really have BVP data to go off here. But as far as the pitcher, 4.93 FIP over his last 5 starts. He has had 4 starts this year. He just has not been good. So, use that information. Do with it what you will. However, he is a pitcher that over his last 20 starts, a FIP of 3, K rate over 31%. So he could absolutely get it done and get to this Cubs team and strike them out, but it's just will he? So the combined K rate on him today is 23.6%. This is a spot where I think you can go either way. You could stack Cubs. He's been walking batters. He's been allowing earned runs. The Padre bullpen isn't good. The only issue there is the weather isn't very favorable for hitting. Next, Charlie Morton versus the Miami Marlins. Marlins aren't great versus righties. Striking out 26%, low WOBA, low ISO. So I think you got to kind of like Morton here. Morton hasn't found all his stuff, but his StatCast data is really good. 4.76 FIP over his last 20 starts and his last 5. So, we're going into last year. He hasn't been that good. He does at least come with a little bit of a K rate, 26% over the last 20, only 17 over the last 5. But I think that's mainly because the last start of last year and the first start of this year, he didn't strike guys out. The last 3 games he's had 5-6 Ks each game. So I wouldn't be worried about that K rate. It is a really good matchup. I like Morton today. I won't be running from him. 23% combined K rate. I think he's likely a little bit safer than going with Snell. Then Eric Lauer here, $8,800. Look, I think he's probably a better cash game pitcher than a GPP pitcher. He doesn't often have a ceiling game. When he does, it's okay, but he's still not going to get you into the 30s. And at almost 9K, kind of need that. But it is a good matchup against Detroit. 26% K rate versus lefties. 26% combined K rate. And that's why people are really going there. Lauer could make me eat my words there, but I don't love him for today just because I don't see much ceiling out of him. Nestor, we've kind of talked about. He is the highest projected pitcher by LineStar today. I think he's interesting, especially with his ownership not being that high. Now, Griffin Cannon's an interesting one for me. I think I will probably play both sides of this. Like yesterday with Suarez and Oakland, I think Canning is an okay pitcher. He has been better than Suarez has been, but not by much. As you can see, 2 earned runs first game, 2 earned runs his last game, which was against New York. Now, this Oakland offense isn't great. However, they've been stringing together some hits and making some stuff happen, as you saw yesterday with their big score. But versus righties, they're only striking at 22%. So they're not quite as good or not quite as bad as they are versus a lefty here. So I think Canning is okay. He makes for an interesting little spot here. We have seen him in the past have ceiling games, 30-plus points. 6,400, it's kind of interesting. It's a decent spot versus this Oakland offense. Justin Steele is somebody that has pitched really well to start this season. So he is interesting. Like I said, pitching friendly conditions in Wrigley. He's at home. 3.79 FIP over the last 5, 25% K rate. And this StatCast data is just great. Low average exit velocity, only 21% hard contact. So I think you could go here at a super low ownership and really get away from the Cortez and Ryan. By no means it's, versus the Padres, so it's not an absolute smash spot. And we're really still waiting to see this Padres offense break out. There was one other kind of cheap pitcher. That's it. Mason Miller I wanted to bring up. I think we got to talk about him. 5,700, hot young prospect. He throws gas, over 100 miles an hour fastball here. As you can see, 5 Ks and 4 innings in his first start in the major leagues. 27, almost 28% K rate here. So he is absolutely interesting here. He's super cheap. Angels offense is good, especially versus a righty. So, be careful here. But at 5,700, it's absolutely interesting. Now, check over to FanDuel, show you guys the FanDuel ownership. Blake Snell coming in at 40% owned on FanDuel. For me, I wouldn't be playing Snell on FanDuel. Excuse me there. I think 40% owned for how he has been pitching and how easily he can get blown up. I don't like it. I would even consider stacking Cubs in this situation. Now, Joe Ryan, Morton, Cortez, Lauer, any of them I'd probably go with. And just fade the high ownership there. Oh, I do have it on the all-day slate. Let's change it to the main. Some more ownership there, so don't worry. Now, let's get into some stack action. Now, before we get into the total stacks, I wanted to bring up one thing here because I wasn't able to get to the Cardinals as far as a stack, not popping in the top of all the normal categories we look at here. But the Giants are having a bullpen game. their opener hasn't been great, 5.4 ERA. And then if you go look, StatCast data is allowing a lot of hard contact, and the bullpen for the Giants hasn't been great. So I think the Cardinals are in a very interesting spot, going way under owned. So make sure you look at them. We're also going to talk about the Braves here. They're going to pop up, but I just wanted to kind of bring up, this is a little bit more of a bullpen game as well. And the Marlins bullpen has been good, so don't think you have to go to the Braves. They're going to look a little bit better, I think, than they're going to be in this. So, all right, highest owned, we got the Royals, the Diamondbacks, and the Mets, all of which aren't that high owned. So this is a slate. You can stack whoever you guys want. Just give you some ideas here. Now, Mets, I like the Mets stack a lot. They have some power guys. They're versus Josiah Gray, who loves to give the home run up. So I think you can go there. Diamondbacks are in a decent spot. Brady Singer is an okay pitcher. He can work deep into games, though. And the Royals bullpen they're okay. They're just whatever. The Royals, I think Ryan Nelson's a little bit better pitcher than people give him credit to. So I'm not super fond of following the ownership here. However, the Diamondbacks bullpen is bad. So you can absolutely go there if you want. And with Melendez out of the lineup like he was yesterday, if that is the case again, I like the Royal stack even less. Next, highest projected, we got the Braves. The Braves are all over this. If you look at the Braves for highest FIP, highest fantasy points per plate attempt, all of that is all on the Braves here. So the Braves are in a great spot. They have a really high ceiling. It is an expensive stack if you want to get their stars, but there are ways to get different and pay down. Grisham's only 3,500. Hillard's been hitting great. He's 2,500. Rosario's 2,300. There are some ways to make this stack a little bit cheaper. I do like it, though, and I probably will get to some of it. Not a ton, just because that Marlins bullpen is good, but I think you should be going there. As far as the value stack, we've got Oakland. Like I said earlier, you can play both sides of this game. Oakland is extremely cheap stack. They have some guys with power. They have some guys with speed. Can score in a lot of ways. I don't mind going there against Griffin Canning. 1.99 fantasy points per plate attempt from Griffin Canning. So it's absolutely a spot you can go. Now, if we go to the ceiling, we got the Cubs. If you're on FanDuel, that is a beautiful thing to look at because you have leverage versus the highest owned pitcher. Will that ceiling game come today? I don't know. We got pitcher weather. But the Cubs are definitely in an interesting spot. Blake Snell has been walking batters, been letting guys on base. Then if you get a home run or two in timely fashion, it can really get out of hand quick. And that Padre bullpen just isn't that good right now. So I do like the Cubs, like the Braves, like all of that. Like I said, I also like the Cardinals. And the Blue Jays are another one that's not really popping up, but I think you can go there as well. So that'll do it for us today. I appreciate you guys staying with me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our videos. And if you're not already a member of LineStar, you should be. Have a good one. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.